Hi folks, Saraaa and I are back with some more thrones for you, more action from the World Cup, and we're going to continue with our coverage of the Hungary against Slovenia matchup. So I'm showing you this from Hungary's perspective because they have a nicer setup here with one player playing exactly one game per round, and as you can see they have 3 losses in the second round already, so Slovenia leads 3-1, and that means that we are very close actually to getting a good result here, so we would like to win, but very close to getting at least a draw. And the next game that we are going to watch is Peter again, and he is going to play Lannister Many-Faced God against Greyjoy Wars, which is a Drowned God deck. So it's starting, which means we don't have time to go over the decks, but you can pretty much guess what it's going to be like.
So, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Well, I played one test game against Peter and I got to 14 with my Drowned Disciple stuff, and I think I played the Winter Festival, so it can be very close if the early aggro doesn't work. But if Tarle dies, then it becomes extremely difficult. We see one of the key cards already in play, the Naga's Ribs, so that will put everything in the discard pile. It's just that you can't let Tarle marshal every round, basically, so you kill stuff off and then he marshals them back. That's a no-no, right? If that happens, then the ground that survives pretty okay.
Yeah, the problem I had with my test games is there's some pretty good way to get rid of Tarle here. I think even with the Clansman, I won't remember the name, but the one that kills by the number of Clansmen that you have.
Yeah, Timet.
He can get rid of him actually realistically. He's only 5 cost, and that was a scenario that I had in one game, but a lot of characters on the board here, so that's not super great.
Yeah, I
But no
mean,
Tarle, so I think as long as there's no Tarle, that's pretty playable.
so Peter is going to marshal locations. He has Vanquish, which means he can't marshal anything without the House Clegane trait here, otherwise the Hound gets killed. The thing is, so all kinds of icons here, but if you do challenges, then Late Summer Feast gives the opponent cards and no military icons, so that means Peter will get 2 of them killed, presumably the Drowned Prophet, which also has a trigger. Can
2
he
of
get?
them and
Yeah, can he get 4?
possibly, yeah.
If he could win Intrigue, then you kill 4, and that's a giant disaster, right? That's the econ plot wasted and everything dead pretty much for Drowned God.
Well, they have another econ plot. They have trading with Pentoshi, maybe?
Yes, they do.
Which, you know, and they start doing challenges. I would consider leaving some stuff to defend Intrigue challenge as best as possible, but not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Getting
not
something
guaranteed whatever you
discarded.
do, right? It's 8, and with 2 jumper locations, just that guy Ulf or whatever he is, when he comes in, he's already there.
Yeah, but Ulf has to come in with Harn Holland and die.
Yeah, but if you kill everything, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
that's worth
Of
it, I
course.
think. Also could get Painted Dogs, which is not that great. Of
And he
course,
discarded Rose Road, so that's a pretty weak hit.
yeah, the thing is also there is the agenda, so you have to kill characters without an intrigue icon, probably. Otherwise,
Yeah, I
the
think you're fine to
agenda.
do that. You have Drowned Prophet that is gonna search something, and you have this Acolyte that gives you power anyway. However, I think if Peter now goes for the military challenge, kills the Acolyte, he actually gets a two claim on the power as well, which is honestly pretty good for the first round.
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't trigger the Acolyte then.
Yeah.
Unless you get tempted when the Iron Throne offers you the option.
Yeah, I think sometimes you make a mistake, right? Yeah,
There we go. Yeah.
goes for it.
Or does he think he's going to defend power now? That's impossible. Good search for a Drowned God
And he,
Fanatic.
yeah, I suppose so. Grand God Fanatic can cancel that Hound.
Yeah, no, not from the dead pile. I mean, he
Drown
could
Disciple, that's
search.
not too bad.
Yeah, if he comes back, that's the card you want, basically. Now, what can we do? Do we have a Serpounce? We do not. But we do
I don't know
have
if you have it
Intrigue
in the deck.
icons.
Yeah, I think. Actually, Birdman came in with the location, so. Actually think no, Gender Trigger.
Well, if Peter is stuck now with just doing power, okay, he'll be ahead, but it's not great. What does this do? Defending character does nothing. Does he have a way to give it the power icon?
Well, sure, he can get power icon with agenda, right?
Yes, the power icon, sure. I was thinking intrigue icon. But
Yeah.
wouldn't be strong enough anyway. Well, we have the 2-claimer gone and Castamere wasn't triggered. So, okay, Peter's just going to leave also the Hound in play.
Why not the 2-claim power? That's.
I mean, the Hound could have gone back to hand. Yeah, it doesn't really work out. But okay. Now what do we do? I mean, there's still 3 characters here and 5 in hand. You could you don't have to completely give up on the aggro, and surely sooner or later something with. Well, now there's a character with an intrigue icon on top. Problem is that Vanquish is gone. There is First Snow. If First Snow is played, everything goes back. Including
Yeah.
the characters that Peter just put in play. I think he'll wait probably for some Tarle to be exposed or something on the. Well, never mind. Okay. Why not just do the 2-claim power then if the Hound is going back anyway?
Yeah. Sometimes you could even put Hound back in.
I mean, this game's going to be close because this Feast for Crows will win for sure because of the Naga's ribs, and then Winter Festival will also hit most likely. So I don't know. Can't afford to play loosely. Have to take every advantage.
Winter Festival, I think Peter still has some. Does he have?
Has Close Call and Summer Harvest.
Yeah, Summer Harvest. Yeah, for sure, Summer Harvest. Okay.
Here we go, getting rid of that intrigue icon on top of that pile. Or not. Back it is, okay. Well, this is all going to be wasted power, right? What's going on? Some is on the
Can he
faction
kill
cards,
it?
but yeah, Old Grey Gull is going to be wasted when he goes back to hand.
Okay. Place given to. That's a really good event, I think. That's.
Yeah, all this draw also is just wasted, I think. Because you have 4 reserve and First Snow, now there's going to be 10 cards in hand. So I guess you keep Tarle, then play Pentoshi and marshal everything from your dead pile, which will,
Yeah,
of
I
course,
think that's
Naga's Ribs will put it into that pile. What's happening here?
Kill the wrong one. But then that one card goes back to your deck.
Yeah, you'd need some trust here, basically, that or is he just going to keep it? Yeah, it's 1 card too many now. I mean, okay, marshalling stuff into First Snow. Again, it's all going, so it's going to be 6 power plus 3 for dominance, that's 9, but he's going to lose unopposed challenges, pretty much all of them. Still going to be up to 8, right? Not liking how this is going, and we have to play for sure Summer Harvest next round to stop. Well, actually, do we need to worry because Winter Festival and it's 8 gold.
So he took back Hound to his hand. So now he can't put Hound back. Oh, just clears.
Okay, maybe it's
Okay.
just going to do the painted dogs loop. Right, that's as good as anything. Although Fnatic could mess with that a little bit. Could it? No, it could not. If painted dogs is the only thing, it just goes back as the cost anyway. Still think we should have had that 2 power from round 1. It wouldn't be so dangerous now.
Yeah.
I think Peter will go Summer Harvest next round. Stops Winter Festival and it's amazing against Pentoshi. That's assuming, of course, there is Starlay in hand even. If he isn't, then all the cards in the dead pile are there to stay, so it'll be down to 4 reserve and... Okay. Did he plan to... Is the Hound the only thing he has? No, he has others for the location list.
Even the one character that he took to hand should be able to come back in.
Yeah, so should be able to do military and power here unopposed at least. Yeah. Yeah, should be okay probably because he still has 1 extra card from killing the other character.
It's a bit of a messy game at this point. Yeah, although now actually the site will not let you play the Hound anyway.
Okay, so the Hound, now you get the agenda as well if you don't use the armor make have its due, but the Hound is there for the power icon anyway. Not liking this game. What's going on now? Why is the Hound not in play? Oh, he goes back for first snow and... Okay, I see what happened. We'll have to find Tyrion possibly to make sure the power challenges are to claim for the remainder of the game. By the way, the rest of the plots for Drowngut are a little bit what's going on? That's incorrect as well now. What's going on? Well, whatever is going on. I was going to say the rest of the plots are not so good for Drowngut. They have the Winter Festival, which you can try to block. And then they'll be giving some prize away even. There's Toharius, there's Morgulis, which don't really work against this deck. Return to the fields will be awkward with empty board. Counting coppers you can't support with Econ, so we'll see.
Okay, so what did I miss? Is it a complete disaster?
Yes, it was a bit of a... I'm not sure exactly if this was all played correctly. I think they've created a bit of a mess. Anyway, 7-4, so here is where it stops, I think, for Drowned God, otherwise we're in trouble.
Yeah, hope so. I mean, if he marshals Tarly now, that's pretty disastrous.
Should have been 6-5 for us, really, with that 2-climber in round 1. And then Drowned God is nowhere near.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Summer Harvest is now coming, and if it's into Pentoshi and Tarle there, so that would be basically 13 gold for.
Yeah, I don't know with 5 cards in hand how much that does for you, like the 13 gold. I think
These cards will
it's
all.
more scary if it's Pentoshi into Tarle. They
Yeah,
get so
I
much.
mean, everything is going into the dead pile now, so
Yeah.
he costs 5, and then you get 8 more from the dead pile, which would be the Disciple and 2 Acolytes, for instance. Then that's a lot of power, right? And then if you drew maybe a Drowned God Fanatic in the meantime, which is kind of due, then trouble. Okay, he goes close call, expecting Winter Festival probably. Which means still has Summer Harvest. I could have used maybe the huge gold, or maybe not, I don't know. He has the jumper locations. So if he
Yeah, I
has
don't know what he can
Tyrion,
do.
then maybe it would have been okay.
I mean, even so, you can marshal Tyrion pretty reliably right now.
Tyrion, Peter going first this time. Which makes me think probably that Battakid is not really worried about being aggroed immediately.
Yeah, I don't like going second against these jumper decks, but then again, if you get these huge Castamir triggers and you really need Tyrion to have a claim raise, I think without it it's a bit weak everything that you can do. Especially if you drew early now. Could have marshaled the red priest or something.
I mean, there is some cards like Treachery that are decent, but they're not stopping the Tarly mechanics, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Has 1 milk. There's the intrigue icon, so when characters jump in now, this guy is going to be slightly tricky to overcome, and then you can do Castamir if there's not enough soak.
Yeah, but I think, if you have a single claim and you have Castamir, that's a bit weak potentially.
Okay,
Yeah,
now we are
there we go.
officially losing this game, I think.
Yep. We're losing pretty hard, I think.
Have to do an intrigue challenge and pull that reason, and then go into Morgulis, I think. Oh, but the acolytes will also be gaining power from that.
Does Peter play Margulis? Does he not play the Harris?
He plays Morgulis as well. But then that could be into Winter Festival, right? Yeah, this did not go well, unfortunately. If we could kill Tarly without playing Morgulis, but then, yeah, there's still the Disciple and the Acolytes, so. Okay. Yeah, if it wasn't 9-4, then maybe this would look slightly better.
There's Tyrion in the game.
Hmm. Has 2 copies of Hand's Judgment, by the way, in his deck. Okay, so there should be some kind of Widow's Wail or something here, I hope. Yeah. Now what?
Hey, you borderline don't want to aggro this board.
Only if you
Do
can
intrigue?
kill Tarle, I think. Okay, so it's going to
You could do
defend.
intrigue.
So the Hound coming back to win on defense then. Dominance for Drowned God up to 9, that will be 12 with the Acolytes, and if you play Winter Festival, actually Tarle needs to die, then you're back down to
Yeah, but
10.
you know, did we do intrigue challenge? No, so we have no idea if there's reason or not. So if there's reason, that's game over.
Yeah, why not just do an intrigue? I mean, 4 cards. There was no reason not to do it, right? He's losing dominance and it's
Yeah,
causing no
and
harm.
he had Lion Star to put Hound in, give him intrigue icon even.
Okay, let's have a hand judgment for the reason, or let's have no reason. Okay, there we
Okay,
go.
hands judgment for the reason. Not another. Yeah, there's another reason.
And another hands judgment.
Okay, that's.
Okay.
But look at this. Up
Well,
to 10, and now we have to make a comeback somehow.
there's one more plot, right? Cast me forth, which will allow that Drowned Disciple to come out of the dead pile. Now it doesn't have amazing gold, so let's see what the result will be at that point. Obviously the Hound needs to win all challenges now.
Yeah, the problem is now you have to have Tyrion to even have claim, but not the best to do Tyrion in with Harrenhal, right?
Yeah, so I think just playing Cast Me Forth next round is game over here.
Yeah, and even if you have okay, he doesn't, but there is air on them here that if you don't have treachery in hand, it will cause problems, right? And this.
Top Drowned God is Starless, so he is just going to come out of the dead pile.
Oh, yeah, I can come in.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean what happens goes to the bottom. He will be resurrected, but okay. What are we going to do with this, if anything? Do claim raise of some sorts.
Potentially would be a bit better to just defend. Well, you can now trigger customer to kill this guy actually, but
Yeah, that means he is now the top character and old week will not trigger.
you can't even trigger Old Week if you don't have a character anyway.
Okay, so this is not going to work.
The problem is they're still on 13.
So the claim race is now gone, right? Yeah.
No, Tyrion can claim raise himself, right?
Okay.
Oh, that's nice because it's resurrected.
Well, we need a bit
Up to
more.
13.
We need some kind of power claim here as well.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
Well, which one is he going to kill?
Yeah, it's a bit confusing if you're not used to this. Tyrion got the trait, so he can return himself to hand.
Yeah, still game over though if he doesn't do a power challenge with the claim race here. I don't think he can at this point.
Yeah, and I think with Cast Me Forth, you put those two in play.
Peter would have to go first and have treacheries in hand, I think.
Yeah.
Does that even work though with the clansmen? You need a unique Lannister, so you need to put one of those in first.
For treachery? Really?
Yeah. Put the Hound in first and then two treacheries for the disciples. But he's going to marshal the little ones, right? So we need. I don't know how you could possibly. It's okay. There's the Hound to play treachery. Yeah, Peter's running out of time, so he did the aggro, but a little bit too late. Honestly, I think the first now, the timing of first now was a bit awkward, and the way he used the ambush, and that round one conceding power for no particular reason. Let's see. There's one treachery. Do we have another? You can play one more character with this gold. There it is. Okay, no treachery for this one, and can do military. And unfortunately, if you don't do military, then Naga's Ribs or Old Wick, yeah, I'd have to have treachery for that as well. And win power in the meantime to stop round gut winning on dominance. And somehow stop round gut winning with the round Morgulis. How are we doing all of
Oh,
that?
I was muted the whole time, sorry.
Okay,
Probably
so
have to go for double power claim at this point.
could he do double intrigue and kill them and also play treachery at the same time? And then it's down to 13 and Drowngut doesn't have
So
a character anymore.
if you do double military, which one happens first, the interrupt or the power going away?
The interrupt happens first. I mean, if he
Okay.
doesn't have a treachery in hand, then it's all of it is just hopeless. I mean, he
No,
can
I think
do double power, I guess. He can start with that and see what happens.
yeah, if you go for 4 power first, I think it's better, so you're safe, and you do then the claim race for yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is the last card Drowngut Fanatic? Well, both of them defend. And did he mean to do that? Yeah, he did. Because he
Yeah,
needs
he
him.
had to because force reaction goes first. Now I suppose you could do military.
If you're going to raise claim, then you're losing one and killing the guy that has power on him. So at this point, I thought it was more over than this, honestly.
But I think you have to kill him because this guy is going to be a problem if there's something like
Yeah, you
I don't know.
have to kill them. I mean, there is also march to the wall, so
Yeah.
all the misclicking and the mess makes me a bit uneasy.
Yeah.
If I was the opponent, I would not know what's going on here, honestly. Ah, yeah, okay. Now, does
Yes.
Tyrion stay alive or does he get killed here?
No, he gets killed. But
So he has the Harris and march to the wall left. So I assume he's not going to march his character now.
yeah. Although the Harris does win on the initiative either way, but
Slightly tricky now. Okay, he's up to 13 with price, but doesn't have the claim raise anymore. He needs to win some unopposed, which military
yeah,
is.
but unopposed military is a bit like I think it's pretty easy to do unopposed military against Dronghat usually, but honestly at this point it's half the deck. Surely there's a fanatic coming.
Hmm.
Red keeps pretty good. That's
Anyway, for the Night's Watch Greyjoy to just win passively now?
sure
Probably
you
not.
can. Tar is dead, so what are the other ways?
So we have to say
Some
that
way.
if we win this one, it's all pretty lucky. Okay, has the disciple, but difficult now to actually get it.
You would need one of the fanatics. His duo fanatic, come on. Unfortunate.
Okay, so you leave more and more do this, I think.
I don't know.
No? Okay. So something comes in. Yeah. We have to say that honestly, this one looks like we'll be winning it now. This one was a little bit lucky because he
Yeah.
had two hands judgments for two reasons, and he had a treachery for the
Mm-hmm.
insta win for Greyjoy there. So well, had the cards. What can you say? Feel a bit sorry for Greyjoy because I know this matchup sucks for them, and they did so well here to get on the verge of victory. Hmm. Yeah, maybe do intrigue first, not give it chance to happen. Ah, okay. Never mind. I can't predict Peter ever during games.
Oh, that was so stressful.
I mean, a bit of a mess. I'm not sure they
Yeah.
both played entirely correctly with all the takebacks and the weird misclicks and stuff. Um, yeah, no Mirti Dragons. To be fair, if we look at the deck, there are three fanatics. So you could
Yeah,
say
but
sad not to see the fanatic because he is generally useful. Yeah.
I think there's three fanatics and half the decks drawn, so a bit unfortunate. But honestly, at this point, I think if you have fanatic, put him in. You can kill one. Can you win? I don't know.
The problem is now that it's not you're no longer on 14, so that was the
Yeah.
chance, right, with the disciple. Now there's cancels as well here with the red keep and yeah. Okay.
Well, that brings us to four. So we are now at best, at worst, have a tie
Yeah, so we'll
against
be getting
Hungary.
our first points of this tournament. I mean, we have three very playable games tomorrow, so
I think so too.
we can lose all
There's
three, to be fair, but chances
we
are.
can lose all three. We could win all three. I think they're all. Sonia plays against Martin, who's one of the best Lannister players, so she has quite a challenge there. But it's not an unplayable matchup. Knights can be faster than crossing if they get the right cards. But of
Yeah,
course, crossing if crossing gets the right cards, I think Cersei setup is just a loss. And
Cersei with
um,
Casterly Rock and then Heads and Spikes, you are so quickly
yeah,
towards the winning. But then Martel is in 3 rounds up to the Spears threshold, and if you play Tourney to
yeah,
the Spears, Lannister, there's no hand judgment or anything like that. Doesn't really disrupt your plan. So if you win initiative, which you do, go first and just go for it, then you can also win that way. So it's a bit of a rush battle. It's going to be different than Sonia's game against Knights of the Hollow Hill for sure.
yeah, for sure. And then you have the Greyjoy matchup against White Book, which is hard to choke, right? But there are some things that
Yeah,
can go in your favor.
I need Kai to get some bad draw there. I think we tested it a few times, and yeah, if the Arbor is there and the dupe is found for one of the characters at least, then
And even pinch can be really
yeah,
annoying.
you can just watch them win. It's so difficult to do anything. And then the last one, we have Katya
This
playing
one
against
is,
Jamie.
yeah, and I think that's a very playable one as well. There's a lot of strength, but honestly, if you have uh, the stealth one, I can't remember the Blood Riders.
Jogo.
They have so little military icons that you can easily still aggro them, and once they lose their board, it's pretty weak. And no secret skins to do that crazy draw and find the runs game right away. So fingers crossed that this goes well. But of course, there's always a possibility they get the runs game and immediately play it, or even to the Spears with the massive renounce. So yeah, we'll see. Hope we get at least one more.
Okay, I'd take one more. Okay, every win counts, but yeah, getting one more just to get the win against Hungary would be super important. And we'll see what we can get recorded tomorrow. maybe one or two, maybe all three, who knows. So thank you for being with us once again on this one, and we'll see you next time.